How's it going, boys and girls? We're back again. Hanging Ratz, Airworthy or Garbage. The other day we had this aircraft come in, and we've got some footage from that for you on routing the ignition wires and all that. This side was in pretty good shape, the other side not so much. So we're gonna show you that here we're gonna cut to that, and then we'll be back with you in just a minute and show you what we did to clean things up. Hey kids, here we have another episode of AOG, Airworthy or Garbage. We're on the right side of a Hawk XP or an R172K, and we're looking at the ignition wires on this side. If you look at them, they're pretty well sorted out. They come along the top of the engine, go down to the bottom cylinder or bottom plugs, and then the uppers, they look pretty good. Using tie wraps, we normally don't use tie wraps. We'll probably dress this a little bit better. This aircraft is fresh out of annual, and that's just the way it looks. It's nice, safe, okay. We like to be a little more persnickety, but this is absolutely airworthy, good stuff. So nothing wrong going on here. We'll go to the other side. This is what we're looking at the other side. This stuff is here bouncing against the exhaust system. This is not right. Upper cylinders are doing good, going up and all that, but the lower cylinders are dangling down here, clamped under the oil cooler. Just kind of a bad deal. Probably done at engine installation, but this should have been caught at an annual and picked up. So what we're going to do is we're going to end up working these around here and then doing the routing just like the other side, and we'll do some lacing. So this is the before, this is the garbage side, and we're going to make this airworthy. We'll let you take a look here in just a little bit. Hey, we're back. Okay, you saw what we had come into the shop. This aircraft, we've talked about again, had a couple other issues, just came out of an annual, and it had some gross stuff. So what have we done? The other side, what we've done is clamped things a little bit different, got rid of the tie wraps, and then also routed things and straightened things up. It was in pretty good shape, but we just kind of put a little polish on it. On this side, a little bit of a different story. If you remember, the wires were all dangling down here. We had the ignition wires dangling on the exhaust, bouncing there. The owner found that on an oil change, so we cut that when we decaled it. We took care of that, brought everything up. We also, the CHT wire was dangling down there with it. So what we did is we wrapped everything right down the where it's supposed to be. The books and the Cessna books are pretty crummy. I'll give Cessna that. But what we did is we had the proper stand-ups and all that. Ended up buying these bushings. Funny story. Everyone complains about how expensive parts are. These were 80 cents a piece, and shipping was 70 cents. So we were at $3 from Cessna for these bushings. Pretty simple stuff. What we did is we took it all back, rerouted, dressed it, relaxed a lot of the tie wraps that bundled a bunch of things in the back, but brought it back. This is all lacing. You can find out how to do this in 4313, gives you a nice little diagram of how to do it. The other thing that's nice too is this doesn't chafe and cut the wires, and it actually molds itself together once it gets a little heat on it. So this is all nice and neat, the way it's supposed to be, everything secured. That's what you should be looking at. So keep an eye out when you're doing stuff. Anytime you're doing an oil change, spark plugs, air filters, any kind of owner maintenance or annuals. You mechanics and IAs, there's no reason why you can't do a good job or even a better job, a great job. It doesn't take that much longer, but this job right here, we won't have to mess with this until the overhaul. I'm not going to bash the folks that annual the aircraft. I actually bash the folks that probably installed the engine. This is a fresh overhaul engine, and I think they did a rubbish job. So if you do get an aircraft that came in, had an engine change, be real wary. Check for chafes, check for things like that. We've got a bearing here, and it's got some of the same issues with chafes and all that. So it just shows up. So keep an eye on that. Most importantly, be safe, hang your rats out, keep it neat.